Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day out there, and looks like that I would say big old jet airliner, but look kind of small. Will be taking me out to California to see my daughter, AK Doll. I'm going to be helping her move the next couple of days, and it just doesn't seem to be like there is enough hours in the day. I literally am on the go. It seems like 24/7, and sometimes I wish I could clone myself, and I would just take care of all the fun stuff and let the clone do all the hard work and things. But I'm winding down on that kitchen, and when I get back, put the final touches on that and change the patio door, and then we're good to go. And then on to the next project. Now, as far as our Dallas Cowboys, before we get to them, don't forget Dak Prescott Stand Up for Cancer. I know Zeke Elliott project ended up donating to that last night, as well as another person. So I think we're up to 16 or 17 people. Shout out to all of you guys who have donated to it. There's only 3 days left to make a donation for it for Stand Up for Cancer, and I think he's only like $650 away from reaching his goal of 10,000. So let's see if we can push him on through there and do a good thing, because I believe in karma. But next Monday night, what we'll do is the Stand Up to Cancer autographed by Dak Prescott shirt. We're going to go ahead and give it away to everybody who is a Facebook friend or a Jobu Sports Report follower that ends up doing a donation for it. So you only got 3 more days left to do this, and let's make sure we get them over $10,000. So the Dallas Cowboys, they're having their visit stuff. They can have 30 prospective players come through and visit facilities, talk to them, get an idea if this is a guy they want to draft. They've now brought in a linebacker. I'm sorry, my brain is a little bit frozen because it's still early in the morning. I got up at 4 and forgot that, but we've also had 4 safeties that have come through. We've had a tight end, we've had wide receivers. So the Cowboys' philosophy on this draft is going to be basically we are drafting the best player available. You can look and say it'd be great to have an upgrade at safety or defensive line or wide receiver, whatever. But you can't really target somebody because our first pick isn't until the second round. So the best thing that the Cowboys have done is actually gone through and we're renting some of these players. We're doing 1-year deals on them. And ideally, if you can get somebody who is going to be an impact player that happens to fall and fits in one of those positions, well, then you've got a guy who doesn't necessarily have to get on the field right away and can learn from the other ones.
With nonstop service to Los Angeles. Just a few reminders before boarding. You can board with 1 small personal item and 1 carry-on that fits easily in the baggage sizer. We can help you check any extra items, and we'll board by groups. Your boarding group is printed on your boarding pass. And if you need assistance with boarding or you don't see a group on your boarding pass, please come and see us. Boarding will begin shortly, and thank you for flying with us today.
I got to tell you, one of the things that drives me crazy is just tell me what the price is and stuff. Don't play games, okay? Because see, now when you go through, you see all of these super saver things and all that. So you see the price on it, but then you technically don't have a seat when you get to the airport, or you end up having to have your bag checked and things like that. Just give me the price to begin with, the whole thing, and we're good. But it's always this little stuff, so you think, oh, I got a super price. And then you get to the airport, like, oh, you have a bag. Okay, so that's got to go underneath. It's like,
Movies
that's
and TV shows are available on your flight today. We've got over 700 titles you can stream directly to your smartphone, tablet, or laptop. Before you board, we recommend you download the GoGo Entertainment app for your device at loadplayer.com. Again, that's the GoGo Entertainment app, and you can find that at loadplayer.com.
But I tell you what, if I have a choice, Alaska Airline is the one that I always fly because they always seem to be really good. I've yet to have a bad flight with Alaska. Some of those other ones like Delta, well, they were putting tape on the wing. Seriously, tape on the wing. Some of the American airline ones had to get a jump start to get started. So just saying. But anyway, back to the Cowboys. They're looking at drafting the best player available. They have gone through and they've taken care of all the holes. They've got, Randall Cobb as far as wide receiver, losing Cole Beasley. We lost Randy Gregory and David Irving. So you end up getting Robert Quinn to fill that in. We got in George Iloka to help upgrade the safety. The only place that they have, oh, and of course, Jason Witten, tight end. So, of course, the only place that's left that was on the Jerry's short list was running back. Now, Duke Johnson, the Cowboys have had interest in. He has actually asked the Cleveland Browns to trade me. Although they may not be in a rush to trade and they may be trying to get as much compensation as possible. Because Tyreek Hill, who they signed, who is an incredible back, is going to be suspended for the first 8 games. Although Duke Johnson has a reduced role, you never have too many good players, so they may be wanting to hold on to him as an insurance policy just in case. Now, for the Cowboys, you're looking at a third down back, and he's only $1.8 million, which is incredible. So if they can make a reasonable deal and do what they've done with like the Robert Quinn one, where it's a 1-year deal, where it's basically a prove-it type deal, then that's exactly what you want for the Cowboys. Because if he does do real well and ends up leaving, well, okay, no problem. We ended up getting a compensatory pick in return. And you got to look at those compensatory picks. That's what Dak Prescott was picked up with, was a compensatory pick, as a valuable commodity and another way to end up getting more players or more opportunities at the draft. C.J. Anderson, he ended up signing with the Lions, but he was looking for a starting gig. So, if you were him, you're looking at the Cowboys, you're like, you got Zeke Elliott. I'm not going to get that many carries. And he's like, I've been there. I've done that with Todd Gurley. So that's where we're standing right now. And that's about it. Unfortunately, the flight is like 5 hours. So you won't be seeing me for quite a while. 5 hours. No YouTube.
Anyway.
That's bad. Okay. Get a grip, Mark. So, yeah. There's that. Boy, that's a pretty.
I think the longest one.
Here comes the sun. Oh, look at it.
But there you go.
The sun's coming up, so I ought to get a cup of coffee for the trip here. I am so ready for this NFL season to get here. You guys just don't know. I'm hoping that this is going to be the year, man. I really do. The Cowboys are motivated. They're making smart moves. You've got our team healthy, with the exception of Marcus Lawrence, going into the offseason, and they're hungry, they're young, they're ready to roll. I just hope they can get it all together on the field. I think they've got enough pieces to make that run. I think looking at our division with the Redskins being the Redskins, the Giants basically rebuilding. They're basically redshirting this season. You see they're taking the weapons away from Eli Manning. You know that they're planning on just kind of gutting the team. The Eagles are the main competition, but I'm still not sold on Carson Wentz. And I know Eagle fans will come out the woodwork and cuss me out, but I got to tell you, he has yet to prove that he can stay on the field. And if he goes down, they don't have Nick Foles there to jump in. Even across the NFC, I think that the NFC is going to be a down year. Green Bay is rebuilding. Minnesota's got Kirk Cousins. The Bears, are the Bears for real? New Orleans, of course, New Orleans is going to be tough. You don't know if Cam is going to be totally healthy. I don't believe in Atlanta or Tampa Bay or San Francisco. Seattle, always tough, but think that they're kind of reloading or rebuilding. The Rams, I think Jared Goff is overrated. Arizona, You got an opportunity, and I think that this is the year that you go for it. But who knows? It's football, and it's unpredictable. Well, guys, I'm Mark Holmes, and I'm enjoying the colors out there. I'll see you guys in LA.